sometimes the mundane, everyday, normal things get a bit stagnant, and we have to make some change, mix it up a little bit to keep things new and exciting. And I mean, I'm no exception. I cut my hair, I shaved my beard, I changed the sweatshirt I wear. Okay, maybe not the sweatshirt, but everything else, we like change every now and again, and trading card games are no exception to this rule. Disney Lorcana came out to massive fanfare, tons of excitement. In fact, you and I ate it up, and in ways we still currently are. But there's no denying there has been some fairly large fall off from the new up-and-coming TCG. Now, let's not all get doom and gloom and go crazy in the comment section. I see you down there, because this was always going to happen. Nothing can be the newest and most exciting thing forever. But to Disney's Lorcana's credit, there have been changes made with the newest release, Azurite C, which I think are not only much needed, but are going to go a long way in the game's life cycle, collectability, and its ability to keep pulling us back in. So join me today as we rant and rave about Disney Lorcana Azurite C, what it needs to do to combat the big games that are popping off right now, Magic, Pokemon, etc., and where I am finding value in Disney Lorcana that both I and my family can enjoy. If I've said it one time, I've said it a million times. I like Disney Lorcana. I'm a fan. My 2-year-old child loves opening her Lorcana cards and putting them in her Aladdin box. In fact, it's a reward we're currently using for potty training, that and Pokemon cards. Big shout out thanks to MinMax Games for hooking her up with some pretty sweet stuff. But I digress. Lorcana was always going to come down to a sense of, regular, normal TCG release cycle, and we were going to lose some of that excitement. And these problems are not problems, but this downslide or return to normal levels have been somewhat compounded by the fact that, well, Ravensburger, to all of their credit and all of their, correct decisions, have probably, and this is, hyperbolic, and I'm sure you're going to yell at me, but they've probably overprinted a lot of the product if they are looking to maintain a stable price where stores are able to put these things on shelves and make, a couple bucks with every box sale. Heck, looking at the brand new release Azurite C, which just came out less than a week ago as of the recording of this video, we see the prices are already down to $109 before shipping, and I expect them to continue in that trajectory because, well, that's generally where a Lorcana box settles nowadays. Now, do we care about this? Well, as fans, yeah, we always want cheaper product. Cheaper product is good, but looking outside the Lorcana ecosystem at some of the success that these other major TCGs are having, there's also something to be said for product stability. The idea that a box can come out and hold steady, looking Magic the Gathering Foundations, the Play Booster being wildly stable at around $140 was not on my bingo card, and Surging Sparks being the first Pokemon set in an eon that comes out and just goes up in value right away. Now, that might be hyperbolic, but that's not normal for Pokemon sets. But all of this can be said about Lorcana, but it is worth mentioning the game is doing what it aims to do. It offers a wonderful collectible experience. It leans into its IP and brings in fans from the outside world into the trading card game space. And, yeah, people are playing the game. And now, are they playing the game in the sense that people are playing Magic the Gathering? Of course not. Nobody's playing any game, any card game, in the sense that people are playing Magic the Gathering. The numbers that people play Magic at are staggering because that's Magic's thing. That's what it has going for it. Where Pokemon's thing is collectability, Lorcana definitely leans more towards that Pokemonification of a trading card game. But I say all that to say that Lorcana is not in some space of doom and gloom. We have collected every single sold listing of sealed product from TCG Player for the latest release, and while the sales look grim, there are design decisions that I am extremely happy about. And while you're checking out things like cardboardfinance.com where we collect all that sales data, consider clicking that subscribe button down there, because for a small channel like mine, that helps more than you can possibly imagine. And if you want to go above and beyond, click the membership button. It's $5 a month. It supports everything we do here on the channel so that all of those server costs don't come directly out of my pocket, and the members always get discounts and deals on any box openings that I am able to get my hands on and do, some even out of my personal collection. And actually, that top shelf is getting chaotic. I reorganized everything. It's getting chaotic. We have to go back. But I digress. There are great things that I like to see from Azurite C. First and foremost, on the secondary market, we see a good amount of cards sitting above that cost per pack level. Granted, most of these are legendary. I know, surprised there is a super rare in there, but these cards sitting above the per pack cost means there's more opportunity for win for people that follow the financial value. And generally, the regular versions of those cards follow their power and playability in the Lorcana space. So the fact that we can go out there Buy some packs probably for cheaper, since the secondary market, is maybe a bit saturated with Lorcana sets at the moment. This is a positive, but Lorcana needs that top end. You have to have that chase, and I will look no further than, and hold on here, I'll find them in 1 second. Turning away from the camera, never a good idea on YouTube. But the chase for Lorcana, and not the perfect example because these are promo cards, but the collectability, the idea of leaning into like this graded mark and this Pokemonification means that you have to have chase. I actually bought these for my daughter for my birthday. I bought her this one when we went to Collecticon. I bought her this one as a gift for my birthday because, well, she had the one. She's got to start getting more, and who doesn't love Genie? But this collectability, this chase, is important for a TCG like Lorcana. Look adjacently at Pokemon. Your best sets are the sets where there are coveted chase items, things that people want to get their hands on, whether it's tied to their favorite character or tied to a unique aspect or event in the timeline, whatever it might be. Well, Azurite C is doing something that I think is a great change in the collectible direction. That is the unique treatment on the enchanted cards. Look, enchanted cards are beautiful, but at first glance, things like these promos look very much like enchanted, and all of the enchanteds from various sets look at least similar. Now, I was actually against the idea of making locations and songs enchanted cards. I loved the fact that enchanted cards were the characters. They were the iconic characters that you fell in love with in their most rare and special artsy treatment and format. This to me was a beautiful aspect of design. Introducing other card types into this, I gotta tell you, I was not the biggest fan of, and so far the market seems to overwhelmingly agree with me. But the other thing that I had a problem with was, well, from one set to another, all the enchanteds looked very similar. This change in Azurite C, where the enchanteds have the look, feel, texture, maybe not texture, but the look and feel of, this sketchbook style, the enchanted from this set stand out from the rest, and whether they continue that on a set-to-set basis or a block-by-block basis or a year-to-year basis could be a massive win, giving these things a unique collectability, making them feel special, making them feel different, letting you know what set, what era of time that these cards, these pieces, these collectibles came from is a powerful tool when you are living in the universe that something like Disney Lorcana or the Pokemon trading card game are. This shows an overwhelming awareness on the part of Ravensburger, if not for their print runs maybe yet. This is still, jury's still out, but I still think they're too much in the aggressive direction. But in the sense of they have to give their customers, their consumers, their fans, their player base something that feels special. And in my opinion, this is a great step in that direction. It's a great way to increase the chase of these newer enchanted cards without creating an additional rarity, an additional treatment, or other things that we have seen muddle the water of TCGs that have been around for 20 or even 30 years. All in all, I like this direction. I am still in on Lorcana as a trading card game. I am still buying sealed product and adding it to my shelf. I truly believe that the iconic nature of this TCG means that it is going to stand the test of time, at least for a little while, barring, any crazy decisions by its publisher. And I believe it's something we will look back on fondly, if not us, our children. I very rarely see my daughter's eyes light up in this way that they do when she opens new Lorcana cards or sees a favorite character. She opened a Maui the other day, and now she has her Maui card, and she has to have her Maui put in a hard case because she bent it, and she's like, oh, I ruined my Maui card. I digress. These emotional connections that we're making to these trading cards are going to go the distance, and if Ravensburger is able to stabilize and maintain some sense of normalcy, I really do think Lorcana's in a good spot. We will do another video talking about the Azurite C market specifically. I do want to dig into why these products are selling less. We track every single sold listing of sealed product on TCG Player, and as of the release, Azurite C only sold like 2,000 boxes. We're approaching indie TCG numbers, and yes, I know it's the same thing. Everyone screams at me, and go ahead, you can scream at me right now. Nobody buys it on TCG Player. Well, They definitely do, because when you compare Lorcana set by set to itself over time, you see drastically reduced sales, and some of that was always going to fall off, but I think it's gone a little too far in the negative direction. I expect to see a little bit of increase, especially with the changes we talked about in this video. And hey, while you're here, YouTube's going to suggest another video of mine, and they're going to put it, I always did it wrong, on this side of the screen right here. So who are you to argue with YouTube? They know everything about you, even more than you do, so click on that video. And thank you so much for hanging out. Until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh. I hope you're having fun with your trading card games, and we'll see you around. All right, goodbye.